Everyone, my name is Amrita Randhava and I am the head of faculty at the Educator Development Academy. I'm going to be giving you a short tour around our learning management system. Our learning management system is called LoveMySkool. You can access it by just typing lovemyschool.com into your browser, and then you can log in using the username and password that we provide each person. We provide unique usernames to each person so that your information remains secure. So you can just type this in here and then very simply sign in to the learning management system. The very first thing that you see is this colorful wall. This is a place where all of the information about things that are happening on our online campus are made visible to students. So administrators as well as faculty are able to post here. We post very often about the content that needs to be read, particular tips or hints that we have for students in completing assignments, any specific information about grades. So right here you can see some information about reading units 1 and 2, as well as some information about a Skype session. Students are able to click on this and comment directly if they have any particular things they want to say that everyone should be able to see. So that's all here. You have plenty of other features that I'll walk you through. So once you've seen the news, you might want to see what's going on in your specific classes. So if you look right here, you can see this is your little workstation, essentially the dashboard. So you can see the academic calendar, which is where you yourself have probably typed in different things. So you can see 5:30 in the morning, this person plans to work on essentials of 21st century learning. If you look on Saturday, you can see that they plan to complete something, which is a confidentiality agreement. The assignment due date is written right here, as well as the assignment name, so you know what's coming up, and this collates it for all of your classes. As well as finally, if you are using the to-do list from within the LoveMySkool learning management system, you can see that here. You can also see all of the courses that you're enrolled in, as well as any achievements. So this particular student has received the demo student has received the best effort on Unit 1 discussions in the Essentials in 21st Century Learning program. So that's something that this person has gotten. So this is what the dashboard looks like. From here you might want to actually read some content, so you can go directly to the content, and then you just have to select the appropriate class that you're in. So you might want to, since everyone will go through the essentials of 21st century learning, that's what I'm going to focus on. So you can probably look at all of the individual pieces of content if that's how you choose, or you can look at the plan view, which tells you what you have to do each week. So for example, let's say I was in the October 2nd week, I had this one thing I had to read, so I would click on that and then I could go through. So this is how our content is organized. You can see all of the different table of contents for this particular card, as well as the content itself. So you can see that we use a lot of multimedia. We use pictures. We have some content that we create. We have illustrations, as well as video content, and it's all embedded right here. Now, if you wanted to, you could make a note. So you say add note, and you can see under 2.3. So you can just put a note right here. Great learning. You could add any reflections that you have, something like that. If you've made an extra note for some reason, you can remove that, and this would all be collated. So when you came back to the same content, you could look at it again. The other thing, of course, is that we do focus a lot on checking for understanding using assignments as well as the discussion forum. So the assignments for this particular course, there are no graded assignments, but generally these would be housed under assignments, and usually we do not have multiple choice questions. We have essay type questions, so students would probably come here, they would read the question, they'd go back, work on it for a little while, and then come back and finally submit. So this would be an ongoing process. But basically you have the instructions on one side, and then you have questions with space for you to type your answer. Of course, it looks like very little space, but you can definitely put in more information. and then you can save and review it and finally submit the information. And then, so that's one way that we read what students have to say, and we give them feedback on each of these questions. The other thing that we do is, of course, discussion forums. So this is one of the biggest, most important things that we do, and this is because one of the most important aspects of online learning is creating an online community of learners. And this is where the community of learners really comes in. So if you're enrolled in a course with learners from across the country or around the world, then when they participate on different discussion forums, you can see their views and perspectives on different ideas and concepts. And so then, you could just click right here. You could see the question, you can see how people have responded, and you can respond yourself to different things. So right here you can see there's a huge chain of responses. And so you can do this, of course, this is a very simple introduce yourself type question, and usually for discussion forums we would have case studies or some kind of problem we want students to work on. You have other features that you do in all online tools. So you have a search function, you have a calendar where you can type in your particular events, you have a to-do list where you can remind yourself of any upcoming assignments or reading that you have to do. We also have a fairly robust email feature, so you can email yourself from within, or you can email your facilitator from within the LoveMySkool interface. You do not have to leave it to go to your email, and so there's no problem with errors in email addresses and things like that. And then finally, for example, you can see that this person's already emailed their facilitator twice. And then finally, there is a store which we don't use, but LoveMySkool does provide other courses for students, some for free, some are at a very nominal cost. These are anything from drawing courses to mathematics courses, so if teachers are so inclined, they can look at that. We would recommend that teachers get fully comfortable with all of the features on the learning management system, which is why we do give them 2 weeks on the Essentials of 21st Century Learning program, so that they can take their time and really get to understand what it is we do. And as always, facilitators are here to answer any questions, so please do get in touch if anything comes up.